but I thought we got back and scrambled tremendously well. Even the try, I thought the try were a forward pass. You know, I thought we were just a dead set forward pass. So I thought effort-wise and what we were doing defensively were really good, but we didn't kick the ball great. Too many errors and a couple of penalties, you know, really legged them up. So at half-time, the sort of pretty simple one really for us was that we needed to try and flip that around. What energy gonna burn out of us for the second half, or did we have enough in us legs to think that if we could turn it around? And we just talked about getting back in the grind, getting back in the set football. You know, Hull FC, really good kicking game, and you know, predominantly a lot of their best rugby comes on the back of set starts. So if we could get in the grind, we'd find enough opportunities to score. And as it happened, again, I thought Hull defended shift plays really well. And we might have to find some other ways how to get over the try line. You know, I thought the injection of Brad Dwyer really helped us do that. And I think when we look back, we'll see probably another couple of really clear opportunities that we had to maybe put a bit more daylight in the game. But the way we turned it around, you know, I thought, well, you know, really good from our guys.
Obviously, to lose Alex so early in the game as well to that injury, I felt that despite all that defended in the first half, you ended up winning the energy battle and you looked a lot not as tired as Hull in that second half.
And that was the talk at our time. You know, the concern is when you have defended for so much down your own end, you know, we got absolutely smoked in the possession count. What's the long-term damage? You know, what is the long-term damage for us moving forward? But I thought it was a testament to our middles, and I'd agree with you. I thought we did look like the team that had the energy in the running for the biggest part of the second half, which is great from our boys. You know, it's great that they turned it round. They had the confidence to go out there and get in that grind and win a tight game. You know, as I said, I thought Brad Dwyer gave us a tremendous impetus in terms of just challenging them with speed around the ruck and a little bit of ad-lib football, which you know, we play all right a lot of times.
How is Alex, or is it too early to say at the moment?
Too early. He felt his medial. Obviously, he'll get it all checked. We'll check both medial and cruciate out, mate. It's a little bit too early to be suspect, but he will need both those injuries checking. He's got a brace on his knee. He heard it pop. Some of the testing that he's had, you know, suggests that not only medial, but he will need to get his cruciate looked at too. But we cruciates, some aren't as clear cut. Some can give the tests and the signs that perhaps he's got some issues there, and scans can tell you otherwise. So hopefully we can get him in scanned tomorrow.
Obviously, it's another short turnaround to Sunday. What's the plan now? Rest up, captain's run, go again?
We're getting used to that, yeah. We've done that for a fair while now. We haven't had the ability to have a lot of preparation over the last 6 weeks, really. Normal training sessions are a little bit of a luxury to us. We have got some fresh bodies. You know, Luke Briscoe, to be fair to Luke, played exceptionally well. Tommy Allroyd struggled with an ankle, but he's good to go again. And obviously some of the younger guys that have played, Bodine Thompson will be back, Liam Sutcliffe will be back. So we'll see how we pull up. It'd be great to get some energy and some fresh energy in there, because again, we're on 5 days after that too. I think with 3 games in 8 days, you know, which is challenging. So fingers crossed we can get through the COVID tests, and you know, it's nice to have a few bodies back to choose from. Thanks, Matt.
Any further questions?
Any more, guys?
Hi, Rich.
All right, mate.
Sorry, just checking on Alex Mello. It's his knee, is it? Because they announced that it was a head injury assessment, but clearly that wasn't the case.
I've just talked for the last 5 minutes, Pete, about his medial and his cruciate. Couldn't you hear me?
It's the mowers in the background.
Yeah, we'll get his head checked while we're in there just to make sure. But yeah, he's got a medial, mate, definitely medial, and we need to check his cruciate out too. So yeah, his head, apart from a load of worry, is fine.
You must presumably, I know you've said there was some one-on-one misses, but that defensive effort on your own line for under the cosh for a lot of the first half was impressive, wasn't it? As a unit.
Yeah, very impressive. And Pete, sometimes you are going to concede line breaks, and it doesn't always necessarily mean that the concede tries on the back of them. As I say, I thought the first try were a dead set forward pass. I had a decent look at it. I thought it was a forward pass, and the last one were Harry knows he's got to do better in a situation like that on the one-on-one strip. But I thought generally our defence held up pretty well against him. But I thought Hull defended well for long periods too, Pete. I felt first half we didn't have a lot of possession, and then the start of the second half when we looked to move the ball, I thought they mocked a lot of our stuff up really, really well. It was that sort of injection of speed and a little bit of ad-lib and second phase that we got from Brad Dwyer. But I would put it down to the change at half time, really, where we just talked about getting in the grind and going set for set. And a game at 6-4, if we could start playing set for set football and earn the right to have a bit of field position, then generally opportunities somewhere, somehow, Pete, present themselves. I thought we took them well. I thought Richie Myler's try, well, that were a script. I just thought that was, guys playing ad-lib, but really, really being on the same page. We had to come up with some simple try line ones. But again, that's what, I guess that's what back-to-back football and a little bit of pressure, can do to teams. And thankfully, in the first half, we held his gloves up well enough for long enough to keep that scoreboard to 6 points.
Thanks, Rich. Well done.
Cheers, Pete. Thanks, mate.
Rich, just a quick one. You'd said before the game you didn't think there'd be any lingering stuff from Luke Gale and what happened there. Did he underline that with his performance tonight?
It's been great all week, Gareth, and I think I'm going to say my concern coming into it and knowing what you're sort of going to get in post-match interviews and the focus is, I don't want that for Luke. We've had a really good, strong working relationship for a long time. I'm not going to say that. It was difficult for me and difficult for him, situations like that. But we as a club, mate, and as a team, we try and uphold some standards, and we feel he wavered from them. But I will say we dealt with it last week, Gareth, and so moving on. Believe it or not, moving on is easy. I said it on the Sky before the game. I understand why it's a story in the media and the talk, but it has been a fairly straightforward one for us to deal with. As soon as he gets back, it's business as usual. And he's had a good week. And I thought he had a good performance tonight, really good. So, I understand all the speculation about future and all this, but we it happened, we dealt with it, and we're getting on with it, mate. We think we've a hell of a lot to play for this season, and Luke is absolutely integral to that for us. If we're going to do well, we need Luke. We need the best out of Luke. And as a halfback, as a kicker, a guy that touches the ball like he does, how he is as a person, he will continue to be a strong leader, or needs to be a strong leader. And I'm certain he will continue to be a strong leader, in our club, Gareth, whether that C is against the side of his name or not. And, I said it in my press this week, we're kidding ourselves if you think that there's not strong arguments from time to time in rugby league club, because there is. But we probably just, as I say, wavered on the wrong side of it this week, and we felt we had to do what we do. But it's business as usual, mate. It really is business as usual.